Hey, what's up, Dream Team? Happy Monday. It is Monday, May 18th. If you see that red live up there, that means you're watching live. If it's not up there, you're watching the replay. I am just jumping on super quick because my restock time is coming in like 35 minutes. But I wanted to go over some notes from the leadership call today and give you guys some updates on some certain things like shipping and numbers and, just some confirmation on some things. So first, we know that last week we had a bunch of Color Street first. We did the tiered ordering, the staggering order, which, in the big picture, it was a win for a temporary situation to kind of deal with everything as far as the inventory issues we're dealing with and the website issues. So most of our newer stylists and BQ they had the chance to order. Of course, it wasn't perfect. I want to make sure everyone, because I think some people had the misconception that the timed cart issue would have been resolved, and it's not yet. And that's why we're doing this, because I think Colby has said a few times, make sure you're watching Connect the Dots every day, that it is something that it is a technical thing that takes a while. So the time cart hasn't been resolved yet. So that's why we're kind of dealing with this, which is very, very, very temporary. We, as a company, sold $9.4 million in that time. And I want to say, yes, of course, the stylists were the one to purchase it, but we purchased it. I hope everyone knows that we're purchasing for our customers, right? I want to make sure as a leader that I make sure it's clear that, our business model is always for customers. This is very temporary, and to make sure that no one feels pressured in any type of way, that we have all the resources here to make sure that you're selling this product, because this isn't, we're not an inventory holding company. People do, I do. That's how I work my business, but I know it's not for everyone. And I know there's people that have felt very discouraged, but right now this is how we're making it work. We're making it work. You have all the resources here that if you're doing this is for our customers and it's for our hostesses. So I just want to make sure we kind of stress that it's always so important that we're making these for our customers. Of course, we grab a couple for ourselves because we love it, but ultimately that's what this is for. So make sure you're communicating with your customers and stuff like that. And I'm going to cover that at the end. We had under $1 million in orders that day. But we had some really great news from Colby this morning. In case you missed it, jump starts have been extended 14 days for everyone. So if you were in that jump start period up from, from whenever, even up to the team leader period, everyone's been extended 14 days, and it should be showing that in the back office. So I know some people were really, really worried about that. First 17 days of the month, we are at a commissional volume of 17.8 million. We've enrolled 5,187 new stylists. And, as of today, I know everyone asks for this number. We have 78,400 active Color Street stylists. That number amazes me because that just shows that's like nothing compared to how many people there are in the world, right? And active could mean just having an order. So, there's a lot of people that do it just for an order. So I think that's cool. So let's get down to the restocks. 29 restocks. We're going to be doing the tiered ordering system again. So now we know that the senior stylist and up kind of got the brunt of it. Jump starts have been extended for everybody 14 days. Kind of got, the brunt of it last time, which we were all so happy that our new stylists were able to order. So senior stylists and above are going first with those 29 restocks. And it's going to be 12, and I'm doing Eastern time, 12 to 1:30 Eastern. Now the next tier is BQ stylist with your stylist ID of 1 to 106,000. You are 2 to 3:30 Eastern. This is posted in the group. This is posted. And then they actually broke the BQ, because this is kind of where the issue went with the senior stylist and up not being able to get stuff, because we noticed that the biggest volume of orders was that BQ group. So that's how they were able to oversell. So this is like an answer to that problem. So the second group is 106,001 stylist ID and up. You're going to get 4 Eastern to 5:30. And then new stylist and stylist is 6 Eastern to 7:30. This is posted. But like I said, we really, they split it up in every single tier, right? So the issue last time was we still overloaded the system with those BQ stylists. So we don't think any sets will be oversold. I know like there's times where you go in, because, so say, this is just an example, because I know everyone was talking about broad stripes because they didn't get the patriotics. So they only have like a certain amount, and it's not as much as the rest of them. So they take that little bitty amount and then they split it between the 3 tiers. So when people go right in and they grab those, it makes sense that those will be the first ones to go, because they don't have as many as, say, they have of like Slow and Steady. They have more sets. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows how that's working. And now with this new system and having 4, we do not think the system will be overloaded, and that, you know, everyone will get the inventory that they want or need for their customers. Let's see. So we're going to go to shipping. Kits, they're catching up a lot on shipping. You know, they can only ship about 30,000 orders a day. And they're shipping right now. Kits and standard orders are from Thursday, May 14th. So that is still working on the our big restock day. They're making a dent in that. We know May 8th, when we had that, the big meltdown, right? There were some duplicate orders and people were charged. All those were held up. So, they held them and, you know, to like kind of figure out the best way to do the refunds. And they were all mass refunded on Friday, and then they shipped them using FedEx 2-day shipping. So those were held back. I just wanted to make sure you guys know. So if you were one of those people or your customers that had those duplicate orders, they should have been refunded Friday. If not, you know, reach out to customer service. This has been a common question I've seen. Increase in where it says pre-shipment and when you look up tracking. So what we're thinking, there's been definitely an increase in pre-shipment being listed on the back. Now that's going to have to do, actually, it's a post office issue. What we think is going on is Color Street is giving about 30 to 40 pallets to the New Jersey post office there in Clifton. So a pallet has about 1,000 packages, orders. So and this is actually like an issue everywhere. I don't know who else is ordering online. I have definitely had some stuff. And so what we think is going on, and because we've never had this many that say they're stuck in pre-shipment, is a pallet is missed being scanned. So what to do for that? And it can be an inconvenience. I definitely know. If you have not received your package within that 10-day and you ordered it standard, then you can reach out to customer service after, you know, the 10-day period, because that's what we're saying for shipping right now. If you haven't got it, and then you reach out to customer service, and then they'll ship it out. So if it says it's in pre-shipment for that long, that's what we're thinking happens, and that has been an issue for, you know, a while. Make sure that you're watching Connect the Dots every single day. Make sure you're in the official stylist group. Our very own Margaret Keithley, which you guys liked her training a couple weeks ago, is going to be there Friday. I think it's really, really important to remember that this staggering order is very, very temporary. I know there's been a lot of, you know, I know we're very happy that it's not like how it was, but we're not an inventory-based company. There are people that have always chose to run their business right now, and then there's people that haven't and that have been kind of forced if they want to continue doing it. Our hopes is within a week or so that we will go back to the normal where you can send customers to your website, where you can have hostess checkout. Always remember that the rewards for a hostess party, they do not expire. So, just kind of asking them to be patient if there's any way that you can help them, to show them some extra love, but just like making sure they know that it's such a temporary situation that customers will be able to go to our website soon. But right now, they're working on how to support our business. And right now the answer is Stylist going to the website to collect orders for their customers. But that is not, that is not their big vision. This is only a little tiny, snapshot in the big picture. And it's just a solution to get through this really weird time. It's not going to be forever. So just always remember that. Oh, and first, also, before I go into the training, customer service, we do know that they're behind. They're working on any tickets that were sent last Wednesday. So just keep that in mind before, like when you send another ticket, it adds on. So just keep in mind. So anyway, so we're going to go back to what it really means to be a stylist. Oh, someone wants to see my nails. It's a Lima Lemons and Pep Rally. I'm both retired, but I love them. But, so like I said, what does it mean to be a stylist? And especially right during this time, we are called Color Street Independent Stylists. We've had to work on kind of switching up some things due to the website. I did answer the cart timer issue. You can restart this, but I said that there's not a cart timer fixed right now. It's not fixed. That's what this is to fix. They haven't been able to fix the cart timer. If anyone's jumping in, I answered that at the beginning. So that's what this is to kind of relieve that issue with the cart timer, unfortunately. It's going to take a little bit longer than that. So, okay. Now, what it means to be a stylist dealing with the restocks. We are not, an inventory-based company, even though right now we have had to order inventory to take care of our customers. Some new stylists during this time were able to, I see a lot of people focusing on a strip. We need to get this strip for my customer. They posted, and we were talking about Wishlist, right? And I was saying Wishlist too. So I use Wishlist of more of like a styling guide to kind of figure out what my customers like. Am I able to get every single strip they want? Most of the time, no. So that's when we step in. And if you've ever subscribed to like a clothing box and you check questions, or even I went shopping for my wedding dress. I had to answer questions based on my style. So this is a way to build that relationship with your customer and kind of figure out their style and what they want. And so we're not being so hyper focused on getting a strip to where we feel like we're failing if we're not, but we can kind of give them, a lot of people will buy what you show them, and we have so many strips and styles that are so similar. We know Charleston Blush, Himalayan Salt, anything, we can do a bunch of stuff. So think of how it would feel for you to be able to send your customer a mixed mani and be like, I thought of you. And they're like, I want that. That's the kind of relationship I want everyone to have with their customers, to where they do not feel like they're losing out or losing on sales because we can't get a strip for them right now. Because ultimately it is about those relationships. And that's what our business is, the foundation of it. So what I've started to do, moving away, so yes, I do the wish list, but I use it more of a styling guide for them. And so I look and see what their kind of style is. And if I cannot get that for them, I show them what I have that's really close. And I'm like, listen, I wasn't able to get this, but I really think you would like this. Do you want it? And, I have had over, this past 2.5 years, had customers, when we've ever had any out of stock stuff, say, you know what, I know you can't get that. That's fine. I trust you. And think about, and it takes a little time and work. And I just want you guys to know, I see so many people being discouraged because they couldn't get that one set. But what about showing them something else? And that just shows that you've stepped out of your, way of just being a salesperson, and now you've come like more of a stylist. And if you've ever like worked with anyone, like any type of planner, stylist or whatnot, that they do go that extra step, and that makes you want to go to them. That makes you think of them. Like, how good does it feel when someone reaches out to you and says, I saw this and I thought of you. So I would urge you guys to kind of like use those wish lists more as guides. Like I said, I'm really stressing that when we order as stylists, this should always be for our customers. Yeah, grab a couple for yourself, but do not go in there with the mindset of, I'm going to grab a whole bunch just in case I don't even know, who I'm going to sell them to or what. We really want everyone to be able to provide for their customers. So, and I have said that, like, and you guys know I've been really open. My business personally has been more inventory based. I do online nail bars, but I do keep it. I do, little bundles and live sales, because I have done vendor events. So that's me. But I know that's not the case for everyone. And I would really want you to like work with your, your mindset on like how exciting this is. Who watched Ray's video that I posted? That we have a product that is so hot that we cannot keep in, we can't keep all of it. Everyone wants it, even with the nail salons opening. Like, I have converted so many people who did not want to try Color Street and now love it, even with salons slowly opening. Sales, the numbers show it. Like, sales are still amazing. So like, how would it work? And I tried not to get distracted. Someone saying that they joined at the worst time. I would challenge that and say you joined at the best time. And I would definitely say, just scroll through this group and watch some trainings, get with your sponsor on why. Because this is really, I would say, signing up right now, starting to work your business right now is the best time. And here's the thing, there are so many people having to do little extra steps and extra things for their customers right now, that imagine what it's going to be like when the website's totally up and running and everything's back to stock and the website's perfect. Like, it's going to be like cake. Cassidy, I would again challenge you and say, hey, maybe don't reach out to everyone around you. Maybe use social media, which we have so much training on how to use social media to expand your network. It's definitely, it's one of those things, what did Michelle post? Whatever you believe is going to be your truth for you. So it's about getting up every single day and like making that choice to believe that it's going to be a good day, that I'm going to sell some nail strips, that right now is the best time to be. But if because that, what you believe is, allows you and motivates you to take the action to do it. So, if I'm sitting back here and I don't even take, the action because I believe this is the worst time, that's going to become my truth. And that is true with anything, relationships, food, anything. What you believe will become your truth. And it all starts with, that decision we make when you get out of bed. Mindset is everything. Like, Carissa is saying, because that is the beginning to taking the action. I have myself had to change how I do a lot of things. And so have you, but imagine what it's going to be like when everything's back 100%, y'all. It will be like coasting and cake because we did all this extra stuff. You doing, this extra stuff for people as well is going to create loyalty to your brand, because yes, we sell Color Street, but ultimately it's a brand. People wanting to shop from Brittany, wanting to shop from Rhonda, Christine, and Michelle. And you're creating that brand loyalty with you guys. Being able to go and like pick out a style for like a manicure for them. It's going to create that loyalty, that ultimately what, has people continue to come back. Why they continue to come to you again and again. And how many people have customers that have a stock of nail strips where they should be doing color street that they literally still keep buying because they want to support you. We are learning different skills every day. And that is like one of my, always trying to find the silver lining through things. Yes, we have had to pivot and learn different things. But gosh, we will be able to teach people stuff. We will be able to get through anything. It will always look back and be like, oh my gosh, do you guys remember that inventory issue with Corona 2020? And I know that because I say that all the time. Like, if you've been here for a while, I talk about July 32nd. That's literally when we did the website switch. And we had people who were like, remember how we all survived that? No one thought we were going to get through when they did the website swap, right? We always like at first we're like, oh my God, how am I going to get through it? And then we get through it. And then we've learned patience, we've learned skills, and we talk about how great it feels that we got through it, right? So, and I can tell you, I feel so much better as a person when I say that I went through fighting something rather than just quitting something, that I tried again. Because there's been, and I've said this, like there's been times where I did not succeed at something, but I just kept trying. I talk about it, not enrolling someone for like my first 5 or 6 months, having 0 parties. Like, what if I would have just quit? A lot of you wouldn't be here, honestly, if I would have quit because, you're in my downline in some way. If I would have quit with a couple 0 parties, but learning, learning and learning. Yeah, we all have those points and we can relate it to Color Street. But even in our lives where we just like continued and went through something that was a little hard and learned from it and came out a better and bigger person on the other side. And realizing, I've been talking a lot about like expectations and like you guys like not like when we expect things to be perfect, that's when we drive ourselves crazy. So what I, again, challenge you is to look at the progress being made every single day. Do you guys think most companies would have their corporate people come out every single day to update people on the changes? No, they don't. They do that extra stuff for us. They tell us the numbers. They tell us what they're doing. It's a day-by-day thing. We don't even know if we're going to have restocks tomorrow. What they're going to do is see how it happens today, what's left, and then we'll find out. That's how fluid the situation is right now. They're literally, we've never been in this territory. So they're going to watch and see how things are today, how it goes, and go based on that. And we're everyone's fingers and toes are crossed that they're able to like build up inventory and, they're doing those back end technology fixes to where we, can go back to having customers just use our website, sending out our links. But for right now, we're having to do some extra stuff. But what I do know is, if we make the choice to give up and people are still going to buy Color Street. The one customer you have or the people, in your network you haven't reached out to, they are going to find it from someone else. They're going to buy it from someone else. I've had people that, have been watching me in my journey for 2.5 years just to reach out. So just because they're not reaching out right now, and I've seen it so much, like, oh my God, I wish I wouldn't have quit. I've had people that, signed up with me back and that have literally reached out and said, I wish I wouldn't have quit. Some of them are even like upset with their husbands, like, why did I quit? And I'm like, you can always come back. And we've had people that have quit and then come back because you can. That's how this business works, It's all up to, the decisions you decide to make. There is no pause on enrolling because they're able to get the strips out, the kits out just fine. And then the new stylists have their time. And actually our new stylists are doing really well, especially since they got their own time to order last Thursday. We've had a lot of people become brand new bonus qualified stylists. And I'm so excited to celebrate them. So yeah, I love that. Like, and you guys think of that, like if freaking the toilet paper companies when they went crazy a couple of months ago? Do you think they were like, oh my gosh, I want to quit, you know, when things get pretty hard? I have done that before. So I just kind of fight through it and look at the bigger picture. So that's what I'm telling you guys, to look at the bigger picture. You know, and just think, like, they've paused. They had all these launches planned during this time. We're going to get all those launches when things start getting, and I'm so excited for them. Like, seeing, like, you know, we normally would have had like the patriotic launch at the end of April. You know, we may still have it for 4th of July. You know, we're talking, you know, if you were at leadership, you know that we are supposed to have a bunch of new pedicures. So we are going to have so much new inventory or new sets and styles soon. But what we have, we can't even keep. So that's what I always say. Like, there's so many sets that we can't even keep. Styles that launched, like, when I signed up. Like, Tokyo Lights. Everybody wants that. You know, Moon River. And then, of course, those amazing spring sets. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to jump off here because my time comes up in 10 minutes. You know, I am hopeful for today. I'm excited to see what goes. And may the odds be ever in your favor. See y'all later. Bye.